Oh shit. 2001 Ford Explorer. The Ford Explorer Sport. Here's the situation that's going on with this. Alright, I had this truck for about 2 months now. And I drove it to Macon, Georgia, then to Brooklyn, from Brooklyn back. Alright? Everything about this vehicle works. I met this guy on Craigslist, said he could service it, yada, 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 yada. Something told me when he drove up in another Explorer that, you know, something was good about him. But other than that, it is what it is. So, motor runs good. Everything about it is good. Except for when I hired him to do the oil change and the transmission flush, he said, yeah, I can do that. Why not? Motor runs strong. Everything about it runs strong. I bought the spark plugs and everything for it. Come to find out, he didn't even change the spark plugs. I was at work. I was on base. He didn't change the spark plugs. He changed the motor oil. He changed the oil filter. And the motherfucker stole my battery and put a smaller one in. But the motor runs strong. I had it pressure tested. All cylinders are coming up at 140. Well, cylinder number 1 comes up at 140. The other ones are coming up between 135 and 139. All right. Here's the deal. Has navigation. Now, when it comes to the transmission fluid, I got everything in the back under this blanket here. I bought 5 gallons. I bought 5 gallons, and the transfer case fluid, because you can't use Mercon, and these transfer cases else is gonna fucking detonate. But anyway, by the time, you know, he calls me, he says he's about to do the transmission flush and everything else, I get a call about 20 minutes later, and he says, well, everything is done. He left the keys inside because I have the keypad door lock information. He left everything inside, said he's done. I get back home, I check it out, I drive around the block about 5-10 times, make sure everything was right. Everything seemed right until the following day. The following day, you know, I noticed it's moving sluggish. So I called him up, and he didn't answer. In fact, he changed his number. And I'm asking around Craigslist and all the Facebook groups, who is this guy? And nobody knows. So apparently, you know, I said, you know what? I have to get somebody else, a professional, to come and check it out. Professional came by. It was AJ Service. AJ Service. They have a known shop around town. They also work on BMWs and everything. I use the guys for my BMWs when I had BMWs, and you know, but yeah, they're located on Houghton. But he came out, he checked it. He was like, your transmission is overfilled with fluid. So I'm like, is that why it's running sluggish? There's my charger rolling by, you know. So my sister, she's gone. But he said, yeah, you gotta do a complete flush, drop the pan, run the oil, run the fluids through the torque converter, everything else, and everything should be fine. There's no code showing. He hooked his Snap-on scanner up to it. All the drive cycles are completed, and there's no code showing for the transmission and or transfer case and or engine. Nothing's showing. Nothing's showing. So he's like, the only remedy to this is you got to do the flush and yada, yada, yada. You should be fine. I don't have any more time or money to do this. I had this vehicle for 2 months, drove it to Macon, Georgia, then to Brooklyn, then back to here. Everything worked fine. I gave the dude money to do the spark plugs, the oil change, the transmission fluid change, and the transfer case, to dump the fluid out the transfer case and to fill it back up with transfer case fluid, not Mercon. And so he said he did everything, but now come to find out he did everything wrong, and he probably knew that, and he fucked up. So my loss is your gain. The car moves and everything still. It just moves sluggish. It moves sluggish. But everything seems to work. In reverse, in reverse. Yeah, so everything seems to work. The car runs smooth. I just wish the bozo would have changed out the spark plugs and the spark plug cables. So, I'm asking 15 the best offer. The mileage is 143. 143,486. 15 the best offer. I don't want anything else to do with this vehicle. AC blows ice cold. Heat works nice. It was wired up for a system which I took out. If anything, shoot me an offer. The least I can say is no. But I'm so adamantly getting rid of this vehicle as I have a Charger, and a couple of other vehicles. I'm taking off my plates today, and I'm done. I'm done. So get at me, and hope somebody take this vehicle off my hands. Thank you.